This is Tom, Senior Technician at Kleen-Rite for Tom's Way again. Today we're going to change the cartridges and the pre-filter on a spot-free unit. This should be done at least once a year, or when the flow of your spot-free water drops, not even drastically, if it just drops. If you're making more wastewater than you are spot-free water, it's usually because the cartridges and the pre-filters are bad. Like I said, once a year is usually the rule, depending on how much you're using. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shut all the water off to the system, and we're going to take the power off the system, which I've already done. All right, let the pressure off of the pre-filter, and take it off. There it is, simple matter. And just for an example, here's the pre-filter on this one. It's been in there for about a year, and it's pretty well shot. So now we have the replacement filter. These are actually wrapped in plastic. You have to make sure that you get all the plastic off of them, otherwise it's going to restrict the flow going through the filter. Okay, just a matter of reinserting it back in the holder. There's a little peg down on the bottom that it sits on. And going back up inside. Now, rule of thumb of these is just make them hand tight, because I'll guarantee when you get done they will not be hand tight. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the caps on the cartridges themselves. First thing I do with my system is I'm taking the feed hose off of it. Every system has a feed hose into the top of it. Every system you can remove the feed hose. Okay, now I'm going to remove the cap. Okay, it is sealed with an O-ring. So if you pick and turn at the same time, it will come off. Once you have the cap removed, every one of the caps, whether it's the same manufacturer as this, has an O-ring seal on the top of it. Before you even put the cap down, check the O-rings, make sure that they're in good condition, intact, not rolled, and reusable, let's put it this way. Okay, the next step is to take out the cartridge. Now, I just use a pair of plumber's pliers, grab a hold of it, break the seal, and pull. Now, as you take it out, look what position the O-ring's in. Let it drain so you don't get soaked. And out you come. Now, as you can see, this one has been in for about a year. My flow went down, this is cracked, and I'm tanned up on top, so I'm not actually giving you 100% on the spot-free system. Get your new one, remove all the covering, make sure that it is not damaged. Now, as you can see, there's only one O-ring on it. On my system, it goes on the top. That's where it seals at. Insert. Now you're going to hit some resistance from the water that is in the tubes. Push down. Completely seal the O-ring. Get your cap back. Put the discharge pipe in approximately the same place. Push it in place. Reinsert the clamps. Now, as I said before, there could either be a pin type cylinder or it could be a clamp type cylinder. It could be a PVC, it could be stainless, but they all basically get redone the same way. And tighten the clamps. Now, once you tighten the clamps on this thing, you don't want to tighten the side, completely on one side. What I do is snug it, spin it so I can get at the other one without fighting it, and tighten. Okay, rehook the feed line. Re-energize the water. And bleed the air out of the pre-filter. Once you have water coming out of the bleed, you're done. The system's been completely rechanged. We just took a grand total of about 10 minutes to do this. Another way to find out whether or not stuff has to be changed is actually check your pre-filter. You know, this has been well overdue. If this was a tannish color, it should have been changed. So if you check your pre-filter and it comes out, the pre-filter's dirty, it's a pretty good bet that your main cartridge is dirty too. You can pretty well buy all of the filters, pre-filters and cartridges that you need, membranes you need from Kleen-Rite Corporation. Most of them are in stock. See ya.